All right, so today we're working on Kuba's project car. A lot of people know it as Panda. It used to be a KA, just factory motor S13. It had full suspension and the car drove fantastic, but Kuba got a little bit bored of the power plant. So it's going a little bit of an upgrade. I think nothing too serious. We're just putting in a LS with a CD009. This very beautiful package over here. Let me take you over there. Yep, it's a 6.0, just like the one in my Lexus. It is from a Chevy Silverado. We got some parts acquired for it already. It is currently a just a bare block right now. There's nothing inside of it. We're using it for mock-up and stuff. I ordered some parts from Facebook Marketplace. Engine mounts, headers from a GTO, manifold from a I think it's a Corvette. What else? It was from a Z06 Vet, I think, because it's a LS6 manifold. We also got a Sickie adapter. A lot of people ask questions about this one. Didn't have to cut the bell housing at all. Literally just bolts up to the motor and to the trans. We're not sure how it's going to work out with the swap. I don't know if anybody's done this before with this adapter plate. But everything looks like it's going to work so far. Yeah, and then over here we got the engine bay. We did these tube chassis a while ago, and now
2 years ago already.
Yeah, 2 years ago, and now we're gonna do a actual engine swap on it.
Stay tuned.
All right, so we're in the engine bay. I have to beat the tunnel out a little bit for the CD to fit in here nicely. I already started actually. Started pounding at it. See how it's gonna go. So far, it seems like the metal moves pretty easy. So we'll get it all the way up as much as we can, and then we'll try to test fit the CD and LS in here. Alright, so Kuba got his shifter installed. It's a serial 9 shifter. Super short throw. This thing's very nice. Like super nice. I'm kind of jealous. I got the tunnel beat out. Alright, so what we have to do is cut this guy off too. Basically, just gives us a little bit more room. The intake manifold for the LS is going to sit somewhere around here, this vicinity, and just give us a lot more clearance. And we just want to put the alternator a little bit lower, so it looks a little bit better and it's not blocking up so much of the beautiful LS. Oh yeah. Gotta grind some of this down, and then I can put the alternator in place, and we'll start to see how it looks with the alternator in place. Alright, so we got this cut off, this guy cut off, and we filed and grinded this down. Yeah, so basically we took a file, took a bunch of stuff over there, material, aluminum, and we got the alternator sitting where we need it to. It's gonna go a little bit higher, something like that, and we're just gonna have a bracket going from about this bolt hole. We're gonna grind this down later on to here, and it should be holding our alternator in place where we need it. And then we're just gonna clean all this up and make it look nicer. Alright, so we got this big thick piece of aluminum here. It's I think a 1/2 inch. And then I also cut out this section over here of the bracket. All I gotta do now is connect these 2 points together and then essentially just make a second leg for the alternator. And then we have the alternator relocated to a different spot so the intake can fit. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna take a grinder, make a little bit of a notch, and use a sawzall to cut all the way down. Hopefully I can cut through it easily. Alright, so after some sanding of this piece, I run it off the edges nicely. Then I cut a notch into it so that it's recessed a little bit because this is actually not even with the from the bracket to the alternator, so it has to have a little recess for the alternator to sit into. And what I'm doing now is I'm using a file. I took my Sharpie. It's a cool trick for anybody who's trying to do something like this. All you do is you coat the whole thing in a little bit of Sharpie. Take a look at your piece over here. See if it's slanted or not, because right now it's not perfectly straight. I'm doing this all by hand. So all I'll do is I'll take the file. I'll keep my file as straight as I possibly can, going back and forth. And you'll see over here the Sharpie came off. Over there it didn't, so that's a lower spot. So I gotta shave this down until it's even with that. And I already know that this is exactly where I want it to be, the top of it. So I'm just gonna keep filing it down until it's all even and get this piece ready to go onto the bracket over there. Alright, so we got the bracket completed. It's gonna hold the alternator in place for us. We're hoping it's not gonna flex or anything. I doubt it though, because when it goes down, I bet it's gonna push against here and it's not gonna go anywhere.
It's a thick boy too.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, we could always add like another leg to the back or something, but we don't have to for now. So yeah, complete. Like I said, this is pretty simple to do. All you got to do is get one of these brackets off a truck, cut this guy off over here, cut the guy off over here. You'll see it when you have the truck bracket. Add this little leg in there, and boom, you got an alternator.
Relocation kit.
Relocation kit for less than 20 bucks. Alright, so we got this bracket on there. The reason we had to move it over is because the alternator used to sit like somewhere here, and it definitely wouldn't work. Actually, maybe it would, but just tighter. And also, it was really high. Now it's just a little bit lower, and it's to the side. So you can definitely run that. We'll see. If it looks good, we'll leave it. If not, we'll figure something else out. For now, it looks great.
Yeah.